This is 1360 AM.
WNJC, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Renaissance radio station. Brought to you from Forsyth Broadcasting. Or listen to us at WNJCradio.com.
Okay, everyone, it's time to put on your listening ears, thinking caps, and laughing shoes. It's time for the Doc and Amy Show with your sweethearts of the airwaves who agree to disagree sometimes. Take it away, Doc and Amy.
Do you feel blame?
No.
Dear Remich,
Oh, yeah.
are you mad?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like Wooster Bob Rough Rennish? Get Fred.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What kind of crap?
Yeah, there we go. The refreshing intro of Charles Manson once
So
again.
refreshing.
Yes, it perks me up every time. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're joining us here at the Doc and Amy Show in living color on WNJC 1360. We are going out over the World Wide Web, which means we're going out worldwide. You can visit us on, I don't know. You can visit us on that same World Wide Web at www.thedocandamyshow.com. You can stream this audio, should you really want to, at WNJCradio.com. Just push that little button and boom, the magic happens. And you can call us right here in the studio live, 856-227-1360. I prefer to say 1360, but I've
It's
been
1360.
corrected. Yes, whatever. Hello, Amy. How are you doing?
I'm lovely. How are you? Nice to see you again.
I'm lovely as well. John's with us again.
He is.
I am. I'm back.
Yes. How was your trip?
After deserting
Great.
us.
I did. I ditched you guys for a
Yeah,
weekend.
he did.
Well, I don't blame you. No, you were in Florida. You can't beat that.
I think that was supposed to be a secret location.
Well,
He's an undercover agent.
I see. Yes, he's. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, welcome to the Doc and Amy Show and this frivolity we're perpetrating on you every week from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. We do have a guest today.
We do?
Yes, Drew Jacobs. He will be joining us later. A musical comic who's done some pretty cool stuff. So
I like when people have two first names. I like that. It's catchy.
like Bob St. Bob or something like that.
Well, that's kind
don't
of
know.
dumb.
Just-
Bob St. Bob.
I don't know. But
like
yeah,
Michael Andrews or something. It's just very catcy.
I see. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I just was giving my 2 cents. That's all.
well, if you are listening out there and you have two first names, barring that one of them is an
names.
alias, you can give us a call at 227-1360. Now, we do lots of things on here. We have a running event that we do. Now, last week, John was not here, and Robert filled in for him. And I don't know if you heard about this or not, but in the Two People, One Quote game, John, Robert soundly trounced Amy.
He did.
Really?
So
He did.
the series is 5-4, I believe, something.
No,
like
I think it's 6-4.
6
Because
to
you
4.
were ahead, weren't you?
that. No, it is 6-4. There were
Yeah,
two
I was
games
ahead
up.
by
Yeah,
one, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It's 6.
I don't think
definitely
it
6.
should count. Because
No, that
John wasn't
it,
here?
It was a stellar effort. Did you bring the Jelly Bellies at my agent?
I think I took them out of my purse.
Okay, well, we also had an agreement with John.
I did bring the Jelly Bellies last week, but
And you
you
were here.
were not here.
Well, to bring everybody up to speed, John
forgot
has
this week.
an actual copy of the movie Airplane, and
Which he didn't watch. I
We
can
have
see
been
by his face is getting all red.
we have been telling him for about 5 years
That's
now. He
okay.
needs to
So
watch
I didn't
that
bring the
movie.
Jelly Bellies, so
Yes, and his reward for passing the Airplane movie quiz is the a bag of Jelly Bellies.
because he's 5, so I thought Jelly Bellies would work.
Okay,
They would work with him. He loves his Jelly Bellies.
or tequila. Either way.
Yeah, really. Well, I'm not
I-
springing for a bottle of tequila. I have a little bag of Jelly Bellies, so
Okay. Well,
they're hermetically sealed, fresh,
yes.
juicy, sweet, authentic, unique.
hermetically sealed in a mayonnaise jar on Funkenweigel's back porch since noon today.
Yeah, okay.
So, John, there you go. Your assignment. You have a week to try to work in the movie Airplane.
And you bringing Jelly Bellies next
I
week?
will bring them.
All right,
I
next
had them
week.
last week.
Okay.
But Robert was here, and we were told not to feed
He
him.
didn't.
So-
I was thinking about giving them to him anyway, just giving them to him since he won, but he didn't look like he was really into Jelly Bellies when
He
I
didn't-
asked him.
yeah, he
kind of
was
made a
not-
face. So I'm like, I ain't wasting Jelly Bellies.
Yeah, he wasn't enthusiastic. So there you go, John. See, we're you're under the gun.
I am now.
Yep.
So you have a week. It's time well spent. It's a funny movie, and I'll have 3 quiz questions for you.
Okay.
You must get 2 of them right, and if you do, you get the jelly
How many
belly.
quizzes are we going to give them? We give them a lot of quizzes.
Well, the 2 people 1 quote is more of an ongoing contest. This
Oh,
is a
okay.
quiz. This
Okay,
is
sorry.
for because he
Okay.
doesn't get any kind of tangible
No, he gets
reward for
nothing.
So here we go. We're moving. We're upping the ante for you. Speaking of, now why don't you just go ahead and do this?
Let's just do it because you get on my nerves and just you
bite
just
me.
get so excited. No, I'm just kidding. It's
No, I like
kinda
it.
cute.
Okay,
It's
so
kinda cute.
so for everyone listening, the 2 people 1 quote that we are talking about. Here is the setup. Amy delivers a quote, and then she attributes it to 2 different people. And John has the opportunity to try to guess which one of those 2 people is the actual author of the quote. We have an ongoing game. It is 6-4 in John's favor. So we've been. This is the 11th in this series. We're going to see how this. Now Amy could move forward here and get ever closer to a tie again. So let's see how this turns out. Everyone, this is 2 people 1 quote. Get your pens and pencils ready.
Okay, here we go. Quote number 1. If you imagine Madonna, Bobby Brown, and Dracula had a child, it would be you. Was it Simon Cowell or Miley Cyrus?
I'm gonna go with Simon Cowell.
You're right.
Oh,
Can I have my pen, please, so I can
that is-
write
there
down
you
how
go.
much
That's-
I lose?
that's, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you taking notes on this at home, that is John with 1 point. He's
You
in the
know
lead.
what? I think they can figure out that John has 1 point and I don't have any because there's only been 1 quote.
Look, I have no other purpose. Over
so
here.
I
Just
don't
get
think
off
we
my back.
really have to recap after the first
I just love
quote.
doing the color commentary. That's what I
know.
like about this.
You
So-
like rubbing it in my face.
Oh, go ahead.
Anyway, here we go. Quote 2. I'm offended by that because, first of all, and this is going to sound arrogant, but my presence is charity, just like Obama's is. Was it Jay-Z or Kanye West?
Can you say the quote one more time?
I'm offended by that because, first of all, and this is going to sound arrogant, but my presence is charity, just like Obama's is.
I'm gonna say Jay-Z.
You're right.
Oh, ladies and
I
gentlemen,
thought I'd
this
get
is an
you with the
exciting
Kanye.
game. Out of 5, John has 2
I think
correct
you
answers.
should do the quotes from now on.
Then what are you going to do? Oh, I have never seen such a pathetic pout in
Oh,
my life.
stop. Okay. Here we go. Number 3.
Number 3.
America is dumb. It's like a dumb puppy that has big teeth that can bite and hurt you. Aggressive. Was it Dennis Rodman or Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp.
It was.
Oh,
wow.
You are on fire today. That's
Ouch.
3 of the 5.
What was the score last week?
4-1.
4-1.
In John's
Yeah, you
favor.
told me.
Or, no,
I
I'm
might
sorry,
do
Robert's
that this
favor.
week too. Okay.
So we always play it out. So we have
Here we
3.
go. We'll play it out.
Yeah.
Okay. George Bush doesn't care about black people. They're giving the army permission to go down there and shoot us. Kanye West or Wanda Sykes?
Kanye West.
It was. Oh,
4
God,
out
help me.
of 4. John, you've been practicing, haven't you?
Yeah, he has.
That's why I took a week off.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's-
okay, yeah, I'm
went
sure
down
he
to
was
Florida to
sitting
get
home
his,
looking at
his
quotes.
2 people 1 quote, groove together.
There we go. Okay, 5. I'm not that into voting. It's kind of crazy a woman is running and stuff because women have emotions in menopause and PMS. Brooke Hogan or Kristen Stewart?
I'm gonna say Kristen Stewart.
You were wrong.
Oh,
I got
Amy
one right.
Pulls it out with 1.
Wow,
to her
I
favor.
rock. Not.
So, but that's 2 that you did an identical job as
So
Robert did last
sad.
week. Well,
So sad.
it just goes to show you that the folks that are here with us, making the Doc and Amy show happen behind the boards, are up on their current events, and they're very knowledgeable folks. So thank you, John. As always, a stellar performance.
Yeah, thanks a lot, John.
Thank you.
It's so stellar.
Thanks a lot, John.
Thanks a lot. My nephew at Christmas, he's playing with my son, and he loves my kids. He just they're his older cousins. He thinks they're so cool. So I think I told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again. So we're in the family room, and the kids were in the playroom, and the kitchen's in between. So my nephew, he was 3 at the time. He was 2 at the time. He walks into the kitchen. So on one side are all the kids playing. On the other side, it's us. And he turns. He has his back to the wall, and he turns towards the playroom, but we can see him, and he goes, "Thanks a lot, Harrison." Like, it was so dramatic and so upset. It was so funny. Absolutely. I'll never forget that. He was so dramatic.
And this is what our listeners cherish about the show is these tiny little peeks into
If
our
I could have
lives.
filmed him, though, I'm not a fig on a beach. When I told him it was a figure of speech, he's like, I'm not a fig on a beach. It's like, dude.
More quotes from Top.
I wish I could record it and send it into America's Funniest Videos because I'd be a millionaire. I might not win it.
They don't give away $1 million. What are you, crazy?
They would for this.
Yeah. Oh, yes, because the children are so
funny.
precious. Did you hear about this? I'm going to non-segue right here.
Okay.
A non-sequitur, maybe
There
either
we
or.
go.
Either or.
Yeah.
I had a discovery here on the internet today. It was yet another case of John Kerry, our Secretary of State, pulling his foot out of his mouth to insert the other. Now, apparently yesterday, there were twin raids launched by U.S. forces in Somalia and Libya, and it says they captured senior Al-Qaeda official Anas al-Libi, a man wanted by the U.S. for 15 years after he allegedly planned the 1998 U.S. embassy attacks in Kenya and Tanzania.
Okay.
And this comes from the Pentagon.
That's cool that they caught him.
Mm-hmm.
What did they do with him? Did they kill him?
I believe they put him to work behind the Slurpee machine. I don't know what they did, but
Did they lock him in a room and make him listen to Mariah Carey's Christmas songs over and over and over again? Or did they kill him?
I believe since
I think they made that torture illegal.
Yeah, they have, since they've changed all of those methods. I believe he just got a spanking and was stood in the corner.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't. I don't have that.
Okay.
Thank you for asking about the one piece of text I don't have. But what really struck me about this, John, is that here's what John Kerry said. Okay. We hope that this makes clear that the United States of America will never stop in its effort to hold these people accountable who conduct acts of terror, and those members of Al-Qaeda and other terrorist organizations literally can run, but they cannot hide. Okay, here's the deal. They've been after this guy for 15 years, okay? I was in a security position in 1995 or thereabouts, 97, somewhere in there, when Clinton sent missiles over to try to get bin Laden in one of his training camps, and that didn't happen, and they finally got him last year.
Right.
So these guys, a decade and a half at least, that they are searching for them and trying to kill them and can't. And then John Kerry says, they can run, but they can't hide. It sounds like good hiding to me.
He should have said...
After 15 years at hide and seek, you're declared dead. You're the winner.
Right.
You're done. Okay?
He should have said, this just shows how tenacious the United States is.
Exactly.
And how we never give up. That's what he should have said.
Right.
And that would have been a point well taken, but not, you can run for 15 years, but you can't hide.
Apparently there was
Apparently
15 years
you can
of
hide
hiding
pretty
going
well.
on. Yes, that's my...
I want him on my hide and seek team.
Yes, absolutely,
So, but there's always something
He'd
to...
have his face by the tree, one Al-Qaeda, two Al-Qaeda. No, I just wanted to, that really galled me. So
my gosh.
do you understand the point I'm making there, John?
He seems like he's a champion at hiding.
It rubbed
Yeah.
me the wrong way for him to say
Yeah,
that.
yeah, really.
But I take offense to, lots of things that
That's
actually
pretty
are
funny.
offensive. So, so what kind of offensive things do you have there, darling? Let's,
Oh, well, I have, oh, thanks. I have it's actually a story from New Jersey.
Ooh.
Okay.
Right here in our backyard. Let's go.
An elementary school in North Jersey had a PJ day. And basically, my kids have had this in school.
I'm sorry.
PJ.
Oh, P. Okay.
Elemental
good.
PJ day.
I was ready to go back to school.
In which they...
Was there
OMG.
steak at all? No, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Oh my gosh. They wear their pajamas to school. My kids have had that as well in their school. So, this elementary school in North Jersey had a PJ day, and Justin Seaver, he dressed up for his PJ day, and he brought his pillow to school. Okay, so next thing he knows, he gets called down to the office. And in the story, this is what the principal said, and I quote, "Since a pillow could potentially be used in a pillow fight, it's considered a weapon. We thought the other children may feel threatened. So, they decided to suspend him and send him home from school." because now a pillow is considered a weapon.
You know, if the kid were on his game, he could have just said that, it was an orthopedic device from his posture pediatrician.
Oh my
I
gosh!
don't know. I'm just over here
Yeah,
taking
so
up
now
space.
you can't take a pillow to school. And I guess like if you're on a trampoline and jumping with other kids and you have a pillow, it's the weapon of mass destruction because I guess you could kind of hit a lot of kids.
It's dangerous.
It's really dangerous. Pillows are
Deadly.
deadly. Personally, I don't allow my children to have pillows.
That's right.
The pillow pets.
we
they've been known-
finally consented to let them have the cots, the rollaway cots, fold things to sleep
yeah,
on.
pillow pets are even more dangerous. They
Yes.
carry
Rabies.
vermin, rabies. Yeah, so we don't allow weapons in our home, and pillows are on the list. So no pillow fights.
Did you happen to notice, John, the exact moment when this went out of control? When we
I think it was about 6 months ago.
lost it in the turn and spun out completely.
Yeah,
And
so-
okay,
Just don't let your kids take pillows to school.
well,
They might get kicked out. So we have another issue. This is kind of along the same lines.
all right.
About children. Apparently, parents are not the only ones who are tired of their demanding children. In a nationwide study, 9 out of 10 sexual predators interviewed say it's getting harder and more expensive to lure kids into their vans. Quote, I tried to get one kid into a van with a Hershey bar, and he said he was allergic to chocolate. So I tried Skittles, and he said his mom would kill him because she just paid to have his teeth whitened. Then the little brat told me he wanted an iPod. Seriously? So apparently, these kids are so spoiled, even the sexual predators are getting really annoyed at how demanding they can be. I mean, remember the good old days where they could pull up in a van and hand a kid
Tootsie
candy and
Pop,
get him
yeah.
in there?
Take a Tootsie
It's
Pop.
not like that anymore.
Yeah.
They want a video game or, it's crazy. It's wrong. Don't you think?
That was very wrong. Yes,
It was so wrong.
That
It was so wrong.
And you can call us and tell us how wrong if you want to dial 227-1360. Join us here on WNJC Radio. The Doc and Amy Show is always happy to have callers come in and tell us just what
try
kind of
to
idiots
make
we are.
a point
Uh-huh.
in a fun and sick way sometimes to try to make a point at how spoiled children are.
Well done, then.
Of course, mine are perfectly behaved and not spoiled at all. So,
Yes, they don't have an iPad. They have a Kindle,
yeah.
an iPhone.
No, they do not have an iPhone.
What is that square thing that they have?
It's a phone.
Is
It's
it a
not an
Droid or
iPhone.
some kind of Android, or it's got a big
Yeah.
screen on it?
It's not as nice as your
Hemorrhoid,
phone.
Android, or-
An hemorrhoid. Yes,
Yes.
it's a hemorrhoid. They have a hemorrhoid.
Because I can tell them exactly what to do with it then. Because it's got that ring thing that just like freaks me out.
Oh yeah, he has the Windows thing
Yeah.
where it goes boop, like when you hit the wrong thing and it goes beep, and then it goes boop 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 boop, like it starts into a song. It's actually pretty cool. It's scary at first though, because the other day we were at dinner and I thought, I'm like, what's the computer doing? Is it like logging off? And it was his phone.
Yeah. It makes the computer
And I
noise.
knew that was his ringtone, but I totally forgot.
Totally.
Yeah, because that doo 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 doo, like when it logs off, like when there's updates and it shuts down when you're in the middle of doing something. When you hear that, it's like your heart sinks. You're like, oh man,
Oh, yeah. You're offline. Oh, my God.
yeah, oh no, the world's gonna end. So what else do you have?
We can try. Welcome to the Doc Report. In today's news, schools ban cops, dead people mingle, your car is watching you, Bin Laden trick-or-treats, and SEALs versus ninjas. Today on the Doc Report. I do have some stories in regard to these things.
That was very fancy.
Thank you very much. I do what I can. I'm like Walter Klondike here.
Sir Klondike.
Here is the first one that caught my attention. The schools have gone absolutely bonkers.
They really have.
These administrators have lost all common sense
Yes.
and logic. In Arizona, Officer Scott Urkov got a call from officials at Ince Elementary School in Mesa, And it wasn't to summon him for a meeting with his daughter's teacher or anything like that. It was to ask the officer on the Coolidge Police Force if he'd please wear civilian clothes when dropping off his daughter in the morning, as some parents were alarmed that their children had come home talking about a gun-packing cop. Urkoff has clammed up since steaming Facebook post. The school has issued one of those "we're sorry we took the discussion the wrong way" non-apologies, and some parents can't understand the fuss. Even if my kids saw that, I think they'd feel more protected to see a man in uniform at their school, said Blaine Spencer. Now, policemen
Wow.
routinely carry guns. It's part of the uniform. So I don't understand why seemingly or supposedly educated people would ever make this an issue.
Now, if I saw like a politician in front of the school, I'd
That's
call
scary.
and complain.
Yes.
Because my kids would be frightened.
Yes.
But a police, what is wrong with people?
Obama bin Biden.
You know what? Let's do this, everyone. Everyone who's against guns. Let's just get rid of all the guns in the entire country, including the military.
And the cops.
And then we can start a countdown to how quickly we'll all be dead.
Yes. So
I mean, this is ridiculous.
All the gangs can come up and just punch
Like,
holes and everything. Yeah.
He's a cop. If your children are afraid of policemen, that's your fault. The end. You taught them
It
to
may
be.
have been the sharp edges on his badge.
That's craziness.
It could be
That's
it, yes.
insane. My kids would not be afraid.
He had
That's nuts.
loose threads on his uniform that should be cut off so they don't poke someone's eye out or something like that.
I don't. How could someone possibly call and complain about that?
Oh, I'm sure we'll hear something even more bizarre.
That is just. I don't understand anymore.
Well, you don't have to because I'm moving on.
Okay. That's great.
Here's a new dating site
Okay.
that I kind of got.
That you were on?
Not yet.
Nah.
Just
Brat.
keep trying it. And it's a dating site for the dead. So,
Okay.
where's a single spirit supposed to meet that special specter?
Oh.
So
My
you can
gosh.
go to ghostsingles.com, a dating website for lonely phantasms looking for a posthumous pal. Offering profiles for both male and female ghosts, the site allows spirits aged 18 to 1,000 plus to describe themselves and divulge how they died, either horribly, tragically, mysteriously, or suddenly. But realizing those long gone could still be new to the dating otherworld, ghostsingles.com offers up tips like, and I quote, "Don't kiss on the first date. Don't kiss ever, in fact, because your faces just pass through each other and it's really weird for both parties," unquote.
And this is real.
It's right there on that piece of paper right there.
Wow. So we have to go on and create a profile.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, we have to do that tonight.
Yes. After I have enough booze.
That's crazy.
Ghost site, booze.
That was good. I didn't get
2,
it.
3, 4.
Yeah, now I get it. That was
Yes,
funny.
that's all
I'm
right.
sorry
Don't
I
do
missed it.
I'm sorry. I put you on overtime there.
So, well,
Don't try to understand it. It's just a story. Well, we'll talk about it later.
okay.
I don't think there's a chance that we're going to.
I'm going to go on, and our profile name's going to be Beetlejuice.
That's probably been taken 1,000 times.
Okay.
So anyway,
Whatever.
yeah, can be. I'll be Casper. You can be Weinberger. Now
Whatever.
here's another one.
Okay.
This is crazy. It's
Okay.
absolutely crazy. Now we've got cars that park themselves. We got cars that
Right.
warn you if you're closing in on a
Right.
thing ahead of you. We got
Right.
cars that beep when you're backing up and let you know
Yeah.
if you're about to hit something. Oh, we needed this. Some guys in Australia have developed a self-stopping car, and basically it's what they call an APV, an attention-powered vehicle. It's got a neural headset made by Emotive that measures the brain's electrical activity to determine just how much the driver is focusing on the road. Lapses can slow the car down to 9 miles an hour, which is about the speed of traffic around here. And with all these Amish speed limits and things. And the Hyundai i40 that they put it on will only run at full capacity if the sensors detect full attention. So now they're going to take it onto real-world traffic after testing it on a track and start looking at things like blink rate and duration and eye movement and head tilts. And this is all to combat texting while driving. So they could totally reconfigure a car and tap into your brain to keep you from and this thing works on full attention while driving. Okay? So some blonde is going to buy this car and it will never move again.
Here's the thing, though. I mean, that's crazy, but someone who is texting while driving wouldn't buy a car like that. So what's the point?
I think you're onto something there, darling.
Like, really, like, the person has to be willing. What they should do, if someone gets in an accident when they're texting while driving, it should be treated as a DUI. They should lose their license for a year.
What?
It should be treated the same way.
Being a dumbass while driving?
Yeah.
Yeah, DWI. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it should be treated the same way, and they should just lose their license for a year. That's it,
Some
and then it
people
would
should
stop
lose their
so
license
much.
for life
They
because
should.
of past infractions.
It's insane.
This other, let's see, what did I'm trying to think of all the, yes, I was talking about Bin Laden. I wanted to make sure I had all of these in order. Walmart is really, really sorry for selling a Bin Laden Halloween costume.
Why are they sorry?
Because they're idiots and they kowtow to the PC crowd, and anytime somebody gets upset about something, you have to go on and offer an apology, pull the stock off your shelves, and fire your CEO. Which they didn't do any of those things, I don't think. They did take down the Bin Laden Halloween costume. A lot of people really complained about it, and I could see some kind of reasons for it.
I can't. If you don't like it, don't buy it.
Well, if somebody lost somebody in the 9/11 thing, that might conjure some ill feeling or something. But the guy was a tyrant, and he's
People
gone.
lose people all the time and are faced in life with things that are uncomfortable. You need to.
Well,
Of course, I feel horrible for them, but this is America. They have every right to sell that costume. If you don't like it, walk past it and don't buy it. That's craziness.
Okay, yes, but okay, let's take this a step further. If somebody showed up in a Hitler costume,
So? Showed up where?
well, I mean, there are some places that it would be less appropriate than others, but I mean, just in general, because we don't know if anybody showed up anywhere in the Bin Laden costume.
If you're hosting a party at your home and you don't like somebody's costume, kick them out. If a kid
That's
comes
good
to
advice.
school dressed up like that, if that's because it's a violent person, kick them out.
Kid
That's
on-
fine. That's their right.
They should come to PJ Day dressed like
it's
Osama bin Laden. Yes,
The little footies.
yes,
and
with
the
the one eye
beard.
patch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, but I mean that's just like it's someone's right to ask someone to leave if they don't like it. It's someone else's right to wear the costume. It's called a free country. We're not here to make everybody feel comfortable about everything.
Right. Well,
I'm just tired. It gets old.
okay. Well, and I somewhat agree. That has been the Doc Report. Okay, I just wanted to
The Doc Report.
cut that off there because it was getting out of hand. I do some other things I'll share.
Yeah, you just want me to
in a
stop
little bit.
talking.
I do. Well, and I know that wish isn't going to be granted. So
No, you're a brat. Oh,
you remember I got the long end of the wishbone from the chicken the other day?
yeah, I remember.
So I know that wish doesn't work. So anyway,
You know what?
no, I actually wished for some kind of lottery,
I know you did, and I was hoping you'd wish for, like,
world peace or something.
I knew you weren't though.
Universal peace and economic prosperity. That's what I
Yeah.
wished for. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, because I'm nothing.
Starting in your pocket.
Yes. I'm not using that comment. It went into my brain, and I forced
okay.
it out. I forced
Behave
it out.
now.
Yes,
We're on the
the
radio.
breaker kicked off right
There
there.
we go.
Okay. So that was. I don't know if we're going to continue with that segment. I just thought it would be nice to just briefly.
Yeah, those were funny headlines though.
No, they really weren't. But
No, I think they were interesting though. You missed the seal.
I'm going to use that.
Oh, you're going to do that later on?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get back to that.
Do I get to play the news thing again?
if you'd like.
Little button. Oh, thanks.
Oh, sure.
Awesome. That was nice of you. We have a little special activity pretty soon, don't we?
We do. As a matter of fact, what we're going to do right now is take a quick break for some sponsorship type ads and things like that, things you need to know. And we are going to return, and when we return, we will have a special guest. Hey, everybody. This is Doc of the Doc and Amy Show. I just wanted to let you in on a secret of mine. CPS Computers. They've been serving the area's computer needs for over 8 years now, and when it comes to computers, they can help you out too. They have a wide variety of new PCs and laptops to choose from. They do free diagnostics, and they can repair your broken machine for you. That's CPS Computers. They're at 722 Mantua Pike at the Heights Plaza in Woodbury Heights, and they're between the Subway and the Dollar Tree. Visit them or call 856-251-1007. That's 251-1007. And be sure to tell them Doc and Amy sent you. Hey, if you'd like to be a guest on the Doc and Amy Show and exhibit your talent, let us know about it at www.thedocandamyshow.com, right there on the World Wide Web. That's thedocandamyshow.com. If you're an up-and-coming performer, if you have some kind of talent you'd like to showcase on our program, we'd love to have you. Just let us know. www.thedocandamyshow.com. You could be our next star. Well, we are back. Again, this is the Doc and Amy Show. If you just joined us, you can call us at 227-1360 or 227-1360 here
There
on
you go.
WJNZ. And WNJC. Boy, I'm just, I'm batting today.
Wow.
Some station just got a plug. I don't know. Anyway, we do have a guest on the line. Now, this is the incredible Drew Jacobs. He has done some things, if you're familiar with the Dr. Demento show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. He's done some appearances and had his music played in many, many places, and we are going to talk to him now. Drew, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Are you there?
I believe
We are
I am.
here.
Yes. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing great, Doc. Hi, Amy. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm so excited to be on the air with you guys.
We
you'll-
are so excited.
You'll get over that.
I
I tell you what, when I told all my friends I was going to be on the Doc and Amy show, they all said the exact same thing.
Do we want to know what that is?
What the hell's that?
They said who?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we get that a lot.
Yeah.
Now, Drew, I was, excited. I spoke with you earlier, and we're very excited about having you on the show. Give us kind of a resume type rundown of some of the things that you have done.
Okay, let's see. Well, I'm a humorous singer-songwriter. I've had some success with airplay on Sirius Satellite Radio, as you mentioned, and the Dr. Demento show, and some other local and national shows as well. I've played regionally, really across the Northeast, including down in beautiful Cape May, New Jersey.
Ah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's...
Let's see here. I've also played at the South by Southwest Festival, a big music festival.
Oh, that's, yes.
Cool.
It's, well, very, very impressive list of, accomplishments there. Now, give folks some idea of what kind of selections that you perform.
Well, I like to do things that are really relevant to folks in our demographic, Doc. I know Amy's a little bit under our demographic.
A lot.
Yes.
But,
nice cue there, Drew.
But, I try to do things that are relatable to folks. My latest CD is titled "I'm Allergic to My Job."
Yes, and I have heard that the title selection, and I have felt the same way many times. So,
and lots of folks have, and I've got some of the other tunes on that one are called "Wives for Dummies."
Yeah, don't even comment on that.
Okay.
Which is a song about what a guy has to do to have a happy life and a happy wife.
Oh, well, there you go. I guess that's
Obviously, I don't think Doc's heard that.
it's educational music. Yeah.
Amy, you ought to buy it for him. It'll be a great marriage once you find out what you're doing.
Exactly.
Well, if I knew what I were doing, things would smooth out quite a bit. Are you okay, darling?
I'm choking
Amy's
to
got a
death.
little a cough here today, so we're going to try to press on here. So now, Drew, I listened to some of your stuff on YouTube. Now, are your CDs available somewhere? Is there a website people can go to and check this out?
Absolutely. You can go to my website, drewjacobs.com, DREWJACOBS.com. You can always go to iTunes. I'm on iTunes. I'm on CD Baby. or if you're an old-fashioned guy like me and you like a CD in your hands, you can email me at drew@drewjacobs.com, and we can make arrangements to put a CD in your hands.
I do like a CD.
The tunes.
Well, and I'm an old enough guy that I kind of really like a 78, if you've got one of those.
Oh, good.
We're working on that. I'm thinking about doing something, putting out a 45.
Yeah, that's coming back. So.
Old timers like us, buddy.
Absolutely. Well, I still have a VHS machine sitting right there by the television.
At least you're not going back to beta.
I if I could, I'm actually shopped for a gramophone not so long ago, and I just thought that was cool, but I got talked out of it. So now we also put a link to your website on our website, and that is www.thedocandamyshow.com. Right there on the first page, we've got you listed right there, so they can any fashion that they want to use to get in contact with you and check out that stuff. That would be great. Definitely listen to his selections. Now, I'm interested in the Dr. Demento show. How did that come about?
Well, I've done several holiday songs that I've shipped out to him. The first one that I did a bunch of years ago is called "Santa Claus is Coming to Rock You," which was a combination of Queen's "We Will Rock You" and "Santa Claus is Coming to Town."
Yeah, I think Toys R Us sponsored that.
Exactly
song,
right.
didn't they?
Royalty checks are still coming in.
Yes, that's what you got to have.
Yep.
Did you get to meet the giraffe?
And then a couple of years back, I did a song that's actually on my first CD called "Easy Listening for the Hard of Hearing," and that was called "Rudolph's on Steroids." And it seems like every year Barry Bonds his name comes up around Christmas time, and so that gets revisited. And then I did a song called "Where Are All the Songs About Hanukkah?"
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which to give our Jewish friends equal time, and that one's about where are all the songs about Hanukkah? Here it is. It's 8 days, and all you hear is Christmas songs.
If you didn't have Adam Sandler, there wouldn't be any.
Well, and I always
Exactly
I always got confused. I thought they were singing "Have a Tequila," and it became one of my favorite songs. It was actually kind of a theme of mine. Yeah. Yes, Amy.
We were talking about that the other night with our neighbor.
She has that on the laptop, and she will play it at random. Yes. So we have
a cool song.
Yes, we celebrate. We celebrate nothing with Hava Nagila.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
So, do you have anything coming up, Drew, that people should know about?
Absolutely. We're just about to release, actually, the end of October, we're about to release sort of a two-sided 45. The first side, and I think you've got it there, is called "If 50's the New 30."
Right.
Yep.
And the second side is another, I think, soon-to-be holiday classic called "Strip Club Christmas Eve."
That sounds very intriguing.
That sounds like your Christmas Eve a few years ago.
Well, we won't talk about that, but some of it is a matter of public record, however.
There we go. That's great.
Needless to say, I used Doc's research on that one.
Oh, there you go. See?
Well, no, never mind. That wasn't a fully formed thought.
You just have to just behave on radio. It's
I know.
So
yes,
hard.
It's I just have to kind of pinch my lips together.
You do. Yeah.
So now, are you doing any live performances that we should be aware of? People could come and see you. Or?
Well, nothing in your area until springtime. I will be doing the Singer-Songwriter Festival again down at Cape May.
Okay.
Which is a great event. I've done that the last couple of years.
Cape May's so nice too.
Excuse me?
Cate May's so nice.
Oh yeah,
such a nice place to visit.
Yeah, I always get to go to Cape Fear. So,
oh, stop.
And I'm certainly as we're putting together the new CD, which will be available. I'm hoping next spring 2014. and then really gear up into doing some more touring, and I'm always open to taking a ride to do a show. So
Awesome.
So we're not shy about hopping in the family Sportster and heading out and entertaining the people.
Well, if you get down in out to our neck of the woods at some point, and you happen to be close by on a Sunday, we'd certainly love to have you live in the studio, and you bring the guitar in and just have a little fun with us here for an hour.
That would be great fun. I look forward to doing that.
Well, we look forward to that as well. We always love having guests in, especially when they bring their guitars or keyboards
it's
or whatever.
always fun.
It's a blast. We dance. We have all kinds of fun.
Yeah, John gets up and starts dancing.
Yes.
Gets up on his chair.
It's just
the
when he starts
table.
taking his clothes off. We
Yeah,
have to stop
it got a
everything.
little crazy last time.
I have to put a limit
but,
on that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a wild and crazy guy.
And I had to tuck the last $3 I had on me. So
Nah.
anyway,
gosh.
Drew, it has been a pleasure. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of close out this segment of visitation with not that kind of visitation. Get a grip over there, will you? With a selection of yours, and that is called 50's the New 30.
Yep.
And now, you... is there anything special folks should know about how this came to be? I mean, is this?
Well, it's funny. I got the idea. We had a 50th birthday party for me. It was several years ago.
Mind you.
We did have a party, and it was one of those phrases that I kept hearing, and I kind of hesitated to write the song because I figured, well, somebody must have done this. And I was talking to another songwriter friend, and he said, "No, I've never heard of it." And I went, "Okay, let's
Good
go."
enough.
And
Yep.
and when I write, I usually write more than I use, and then I'll go out and play it a couple of times for people, find out what's working and what's not working. And if I have to write more, I write more, and usually I edit out the stuff that's not working and keep the good stuff in.
Well, I wish that I had that kind of foresight. I keep the stuff in whether it's working or not. So I just,
But you got an hour to kill every week, bro.
Well, I mean, if I'm live on stage, I do sometimes up to hour sets, stand-up comedy. And, I just use what I like. If, folks... don't hear something that they're liking at the moment, I usually shift gears pretty quickly, so then something will come up. At any rate, it's been a pleasure visiting with you. Look forward to doing it again. What we're going to do now, would you like to give a special introduction to this song, since you're so it's near and dear to your heart? Would you like to go ahead and do the introduction for us?
Well, sure. This was recorded in front of a live audience. So it's a live recording, and it will be on my next CD, like I said, next spring. But it will be available. You can see it on my website now, but it will be available for sale towards the end of the month. And maybe when we get that up and get the Christmas song up, I'll give a call in and we'll get together again. But it's Drew Jacobs. If 50's the New 30.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Let's hear it now.
A half-century's candles on my birthday cake. Friends gather round like they're at my wake. When someone announces, I've heard it's been said, 50's the new 30, aren't you glad you're not dead? I rose to a challenge, you've said nothing new, I'd believe it if it were true. If 50's the new 30, as you would hear, why is it hair grows out my nose and my ears? There's hair between my eyebrows that won't go away. To make matters worse, it's all coming in gray. If 50's the new 30, then what are these pills? When I was a young man, I had no such ills. Cholesterol, blood pressure, things I should watch. I wash them all down with some 12-year-old scotch. Yeah, when I check the mail, it's so hard to believe. Each day I'm insulted by AARP. Their membership letters I can't comprehend. Don't they realize I'm too young for depends? I look in the mirror and I think to myself, to lose a few pounds would be good for my health. So let's turn back the scale like we're turning back time. 200 pounds is the new 169. My dog just turned 7, to him 49. He sleeps all day long, which to me is just fine. He no longer barks at a knock at the door. Does he know in dog years that 7's the new 4? Let's party all night, that once was my creed. But now I get sleepy when I'm smoking weed. After 3 little tokes, my memory fades. So if 50's the new 30, then I'm glad I'm alive. 'Cause it means the new 50 is now 65. 80's the new 60, do the math in your head. 85's the new 70, and 90's the new dead. 90's the new dead. Thank you very much. You've been a great audience.
All right, that was our friend of the show, Drew Jacobs, entertaining us with the 50 being the new 30.
Did you forget?
I did. No, I just didn't. I can't really relate to that because it really didn't feel like that when I hit 50. But
okay.
I trust him. But thank you, Drew. And you can always you can find a link to his site on our site, www.thedocanemyshow.com.
It's like Hands Across America.
It is. It's like there's a link to everything is linked. It's
Do you
like,
remember
yes.
that?
What?
Hands Across America?
Well, I was in a dark room once, and no, never mind.
Oh my gosh!
It was
wow.
It was like the limerick I wrote. What was it? On a flight from here to Madrid, they fed us Viagra and squid. All over the cabin, there was groping and grabbing, and we wouldn't get off till we did.
Nah.
Anyway,
wow.
I don't know. I just hit my.
That's great.
Yeah, thank you very much. So you can link to Drew by linking to us at thedocanemyshow.com. You still have time to call in and join this frivolity at 227-1360. That's the 856 area code for those of you who are calling from somewhere else on the planet. Now, since I did my little bit here, I'm gonna embellish that with the SEAL story that I left out. But
okay.
What do you have? What kind of?
I do have a little something about the government shutdown.
Okay.
Of course, everyone knows the government shut down last week,
and nobody noticed.
And nobody really noticed,
except the people that obviously were.
The military's getting paid.
Mm-hmm. Except some active duty National Guard, as I understand it. They were.
Oh, okay. Museums were shut down. National parks were shut down. And right now the House is voting to decide whether or not the 800,000 federal workers who aren't working right now would get paid. And, apparently it's really not making that big of a difference. What they're saying is that why should they get paid if they're not working? Because they're not doing any work. Well, they're not doing any work when they're at work anyway. So really nothing has changed.
They wouldn't have been furloughed except for the fact that they're considered non-essential personnel.
Right.
So we have 800,000 non-essential personnel.
Right.
That we're paying.
Right.
Okay.
They
those
shouldn't get paid. They're
those
not
are
working.
just the non-essential ones.
If people get laid off from their jobs, they don't get paid. So they shouldn't get paid either. They're not working.
Every job I've ever had, as soon as I was considered non-essential, I didn't have a job anymore.
Right, exactly.
So I don't get it.
Yeah, and if you
Government
don't
thing.
work, you don't get paid. The end. Have a great day. Deal with it.
And the senators and congressmen are still getting paid. As I understand it, I think some of them have foregone accepting their pay, but not very many of them.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, so they did a poll on people's opinions about the government shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So here we go. 18% said, does that mean the IRS can't get me on tax evasion? 7% said, it sucks that Ben Stiller's Night at the Museum 16 had to stop shooting. Okay? 1/15% said, it's the Jews' fault. Well, actually, that was just Mel Gibson who said that. So 25% said, let's hope someone dies because this will make a great Lifetime movie. 9% said, did you see the finale of Breaking Bad? Sorry again.
Oh, Walt.
And 15% said, I'm sorry, what was the question? So
I figured there would have been a greater percentage on that. That's very enlightening.
yeah, I'm looking for the Lifetime movie. I mean, at least if Ben Stiller's Night at the Museum 16 can't film,
There
then
should
at
be
least
something.
something good's got to come out of
Yes.
this. And those Lifetime movies, they rock. I mean, they're just so dramatic and touching.
We can't allow the government to have shut down in vain.
They're
Yeah,
not
we should get a Lifetime
predictable
movie out of it.
at all, the Lifetime movies. I mean,
No.
the ending is completely surprising. They're
Yes.
not overacted.
Oh, not at all. It's
I mean, they don't have any washed up actors and actresses in them.
The highest caliber of
It is.
lesbianism.
I mean, there's no movies about Christmas. There's no love stories. It's all, brand new, really fresh material with high quality actors and completely surprise endings. Love those Lifetime movies.
Yes.
Yeah. They're my favorite.
It's just like a hour and a half Hallmark card.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Now here's something that I had alluded to and I didn't get to, and I'm just going to read the text of this. I thought this was pretty cool. When a 6-year-old needs a definitive answer, sometimes he has to go to a higher authority than mom. Vivian Greentree tried shushing her son by telling him to be quiet like a seal. That's capital SEAL, as in Navy SEAL. Only to be challenged by little Walker's. I don't understand how this. Anyway. One of his playmates came back and offered that ninjas are quieter than SEALs.
Oh.
So it kind of started a controversy there.
Oh, no, about
so she sent off a letter to get this. Admiral William McRaven, who's also a SEAL. He was the U.S. Special Ops Commander credited with pulling off the raid on Osama bin Laden. Okay. So that's pretty much the highest authority on this question.
Right.
Careful not to divulge classified information, McRaven wrote back, I think ninjas are probably quieter than SEALs, but we're better swimmers and also better with guns and blowing things up. And they also included, listen to your parents and be nice to the other kids. And then when you grow up, you can snap their necks.
No, that's great. And stay away from those policemen. They're dangerous.
Yes, because not until you become a SEAL can you have your own gun. Whatever. So I thought that was very nice of him to clear that up I know that was on my mind. I didn't know who was the quietest, ninjas or SEALs. Now we know.
I've always wondered that, personally. Mm-hmm. That's always been a burning question of mine. Mm-hmm. If the ninjas or SEALs were quieter.
And I see a lot of ninjas.
I see them all the time.
Every time I'm trying to drive after dark, they come out.
Yeah.
No reflective clothing, nothing light, always dressed like some kind of, goth mortician. And
goth mortician.
Yes. They could,
say that fast 5 times.
It's the Aeron New Black that they're wearing. You can't see them no matter how good your headlights are.
There you go.
You just manage, either by their own agility or, your own chance missing them that you do miss them. So around here it's like that they're nothing but crossing against the light. I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay, I don't know either. That's okay.
We do have another one.
Okay.
This is the scientific breakdown. Now this explains psychobiologically why the Doritos Locos Tacos actually appeal to folks and become that addictive type.
Yeah, our oldest loves them.
Yes.
The Doritos.
I've never
Locos.
had
Not that we eat there very often because I don't let them, but he does love those.
Well, here it is. So it's a burning question for everyone. And what I'd like to pass along here is that this is based on very scientific study.
All right.
And what they've done is look at how our brains react to the stimulus from the Doritos Locos Tacos, Docos. It's called a dynamic contrast of biting through the crispy shell to the very fatty filling is attractive because the fat is responsible for half of the taco's calories, and it gives it a mouthfeel that's very attractive.
It's all about the attractive mouthfeel.
Well, that's another program. It gives it that craveable mouthfeel. It contains lactic and citric acids that get the saliva going, and it psychs the brain's pleasure center. So that would, start that whole trigger going, and so that's more of the chain reaction. And so then there's more. The smell of the Doritos Locos Tacos is designed to linger. It hangs around for a while, and it triggers food memories after you're done and more cravings. So it snowballs.
Oh, so you're sitting there eating one, and then you just want more.
It was engineered, as he says, from start to finish for maximum addiction.
Oh.
Okay? This apparently they used to work for the cigarette industry or something.
I know, really.
Yeah, it's like.
See, I don't eat meat, so I've never had one of them.
Nobody's going to jump on this and say, talk about their marketing and
right.
putting in additives and things like that. Make it addictive as a taco. Yeah. So if you are suffering a taco addiction and need some help with that, call us at 856-227-1360. We'll be happy to counsel you on air. I'm listening. Did you have any?
I just have a couple tweets.
Very quickly, we'll get some tweets in here.
Oh, I have to do it quickly?
Yes, we're kind
This is funny. Kesha says, my brother just told me that I look like the guitar player from Spinal Tap. Yeah, and she kind of does, so I thought that was pretty funny. And then another one was, this was Martha Stewart. We'll skip that one. This one, I think I pulled up the wrong ones. I hate when I do that.
That's okay.
No, I have some more. They're here. There was a Zach Braff one, but it was about him, and I didn't think anybody would really get it.
Oh, I see.
So I didn't read that one. So where is this?
As Amy fumbles with the World Wide Web, we'd like to remind you that this is the Doc and Amy Show, and you can hear archive shows at thedocandamyshow.com, and also links to the friends of the show, such as Drew Jacobs, who you heard today. How we doing, darling? Have you found something?
The internet's slow.
That's okay.
Zach Braff he tweeted something like, I got on the homepage of Reddit and I'm not even a cat. So I guess like all those funny cat videos are the ones that always get on Reddit. Yeah. I guess if you don't go on Reddit, it's not real. It's not funny. That's why I kind of...
All right. Well, here's something with a fairly local feel. Down here in the Philadelphia area, the New Jersey, Delaware tri-state conflict or whatever. I'm looking for a word and I couldn't find it. Are you aware... have you heard of the Dogfish Head Brewery?
I am. I've drank...
You am?
I am.
You're familiar with it?
UM.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I've drank in it before.
Well, this is turning to BM right now. They have just created a limited edition beer I thought folks should know about. It's actually infused with meteorites, with meteorite dust. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah. They got some meteorite... what am I saying? Small pieces of meteorites. I'm losing it. They ground them down into a dust. They got them from a company that makes spacesuits for NASA, so they had some meteorites lying around.
Yeah, I have some meteorites. I've never known what to do with them, and now I can mix them into my beer. Thanks for that.
Or see a doctor about that.
Or see a doctor.
Yeah. And what they do is grind them down, and they crush all of this and steep them like you would tea during the brewing process.
Oh.
And it infuses the beer with this meteorite substance.
Oh,
It's
sounds
called
delicious.
Celeste Jewel Ale.
Oh.
And the only place you can get this
okay.
is at the Dogfish Head Pub in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
Rehoboth.
Rehoboth. It's misspelled.
Rehoboth.
It's misspelled. there.
Rehoboth.
It's spelled Klingon here.
No, it's Rehoboth Beach. That's how you spell it. It's Rehoboth.
Buth.
Rehoboth.
Well, if I
Rehoboth.
Both,
You can tell he's not from this area. The Rehoboth Beach. The Rehoboth Biatch.
Okay, that's been it for the Doc and Amy
Love
show.
you.
We thank you for joining us again, and spending an hour you'll never get back with Doc and Amy here in Living Color. We would like to invite